Hello, welcome to session 9 of PHS 31H, which is titled Co-Production in Public Administration. In terms of objectives, by the time we are done, you should be able to trace the evolution and be able to define co-production. You should also be able to identify the types as well as outline and explain the drivers of co-production. Thirdly, you should be able to outline the outcomes of co-production. Let's begin with objective 1, evolution and definition of co-production. Now, traditional public management has always thought of the civil servants as the one who delivers public service. Therefore, when we have any difficulty or when each time that we want to access any service, it's just a matter of going to the relevant ministry to be able to obtain that service. Now, this philosophy suggests that the civil servant is the one who is doing the delivery of service, while the citizen is just a passive recipient of the service. But this position of philosophy has been criticized because we realize that public servants are not always able to deliver services in an effective and efficient manner. Therefore, public management scholars have proposed what is known as co-production as a way of getting citizens to be involved in service delivery. How is co-production defined in the literature? Here are a few definitions. Co-production refers to the involvement of individual citizens and groups in public service delivery. Take note that when we talk about co-production, we are not just interested in the participation or active engagement of citizens, individual citizens, but we are also interested in groups that can participate in the process of service delivery. We use the word co-production synonymously with the word co-creation. And so one of the definitions is that co-creation refers to the active involvement of end users in various stages of the production process. Mind you, per this definition, it's not just a passive involvement, but an active involvement of citizens. And citizens are not engaged only in one aspect of service delivery, but throughout the entire process of delivering public services. These definitions imply the following. 1. Co-production focuses on active involvement of individual citizens and groups. 2. It includes all the processes of service delivery from policy design to policy implementation. And then 3. It is focused on service delivery. Topic 2. Types and drivers of co-production. Vulberg, in an article that he published with others in 2015, identified 3 types of co-production. These are 1. Citizen as a co-implementer. 2. Citizen as a co-designer. 3. Citizen as an initiator. And I would explain each of these. When we say citizen as a co-implementer, as the name suggests, it means that here citizens play an active role in the implementation of public policy. With regard to citizen as a co-designer, as the name suggests, citizens also play an active role in the designing of public policy, and so they become part and parcel of the policy formulation process. As far as citizen as an initiator is concerned, we have citizens taking the leadership role in initiating public policy, and we have public servants literally being the followers. And so these are the main types of co-production that have been identified in the current influential public management literature. What drives co-production? A few are considered here. 1. Self-interest. The benefits that may accrue to people could drive them to want to engage in co-production. Such benefits could be monetary or non-monetary. It is important for me to highlight at this point that this position fits well with the public choice theory, which basically suggests that individuals or actors get engaged in the policy formulation or implementation process because of expected benefits or gains. But it is very difficult to grant this position entirely. because it does not help us to be able to explain the altruistic behaviors of some political participants. The other driver of co-production is ease of involvement and willingness to co-produce. If citizens are willing to co-produce, then they are likely to want to engage in co-production. Another driver of co-production is personal characteristics of citizens. If citizens are more educated, if they are literate, and if they have a sense of ownership, they are more willing to want to get government to be able to deliver public services in a more efficient and effective manner. What are some of the outcomes of co-production? We have a few here. Co-production can help public management agencies to be more efficient in the way they deliver service. Co-production can also strengthen social cohesion, and it can also increase citizen involvement in the delivery of public services. We conclude this session with these thoughts. 1. That co-production is one of the emergent paradigms in public service delivery in recent public management literature. 2. That there are 3 main types of co-production that currently exist in the literature, namely citizen as an implementer, citizen as an initiator, and citizen as a co-designer. Lastly, that there are several drivers of co-production, 4 of which are highlighted in this literature, namely self-interest, ease of involvement and willingness to co-produce, personal characteristics, and compatibility of organizations with citizen participation. With this, we come to the end of session 9. Please get ready as we move to session 10.